This is pretty good. Bubbly, sparkling water. It tastes like soda, but it's not soda. Lime flavor I'm drinking. But moving on to more serious topics. Guys, Texas Man back with another video. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you guys would, please give this video a thumbs up if you guys do enjoy it. Subscribe, of course, if you guys have not already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all, make sure you guys hit that bell notification button. Select all for all notifications so you guys don't miss out on future videos. I stream regularly on Twitch at Douglas447, so please head over there, follow. Borderlands, new movie here in 2024. I had a chance to go see it for a $5 matinee. I have heard nothing but horrible things, but I wanted to not only see the movie because I have played all of the games, but I wanted to see, was it really all that bad as other critics have stated? So, I went and saw it. It's about an hour and 40 minutes long. Thank God. There are some movies that you just watch during your lifetime, and you're like, I wish I got that 2 hours back. This is one of those movies that I'm happy is under 2 hours, and that it's not longer than an hour and 40 minutes, because this is a movie where I wish I got my time back. This is a movie that's an hour and 40 minutes, and I wish I got that time back. I wish I would have spent that hour and 40 minutes watching something better, streaming, watching Star Trek, watching Star Wars, the good Star Trek and good Star Wars, by the way. Not this Section 31 and Strange New Worlds garbage that everyone seems to want to eat up and drink like it's yesterday's Kool-Aid. I would rather rewatch, like, Lost or something of that nature. But Borderlands is just... Borderlands does not describe this movie at all. This is boredom lands, okay? This is bored. This is just... In order to enjoy this movie, you need either liquor or a pillow so you can fall asleep. Because this movie is so boring. It's boring. It is boring to a T. The cast, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, everybody else that's involved in the film, they're fine, but nothing is special. There's no outstanding performance. There's times where you feel like everyone's just phoning it in, and they're just there for a paycheck to get the movie done. But nobody, does anything spectacular. The jokes are not funny. This is supposed to be a comedy, a kid's comedy movie. But none of the jokes are funny. Instead, the jokes just come off as, something from the 90s, but worse. It's just childish and irritating. Especially the character of Claptrap. He's the most irritating part of the entire film. He's supposed to be the comedy relief character. Somehow, Claptrap in this movie is worse than Jar Jar Binks in The Phantom Menace. And if you guys have been with me on my channel ever since I started years ago, you guys know me and my hate towards the character of Jar Jar Binks. Claptrap in this movie is worse than that. The movie would have been... I would have given this movie a 2 out of 10 if they would have removed Claptrap from this film. That's how bad he is as a character. He doesn't serve anything except to provide comedy relief. He doesn't add anything to the story. His jokes are not funny. They're irritating. Poop jokes. Why are we still dealing with... In 2024, why are we still dealing with poop jokes? Someone explain that one to me. Why are we still doing that? Okay, we need to evolve past that type of childish... That child-like humor. It's not funny. Kids today don't find that funny. Okay? I feel like this movie was supposed to come out 20 years ago because that's what the humor feels like. The humor is just way too old and it's not funny. The film also unfortunately falls into this trap of telling and showing at the same time. A good movie, a good plot, a good writer avoids this trap. Okay? Show, not tell. Okay? Even Star Wars understands this most of the time. The film Borderlands here, unfortunately, it is telling us what is happening while it is happening. I don't need a narrator to tell me that a person is holding a gun and they shoot the other person. Let me watch the movie and it just happen. I don't need a narrator to tell me how an action sequence is playing out. Let me watch the action sequence. I don't need a narrator to tell me that a character's head has red hair. Just let me look at the character and figure that out for myself. This movie doesn't treat you like an adult. It doesn't treat the audience with respect. This movie, it feels like a Saturday morning cartoon from 1998. It's so dumb. The dialogue is dumb. The movie also has bad pacing. It feels like 3-minute little skits stitched together, but there's no like connective tissue, so you understand how scenes are supposed to be flowing together. Like you get a 3-minute dialogue scene, 3-minute action scene, 3-minute dialogue scene, 3-minute action scene, but none of it connects and whatnot. And when you get to the end of the movie, if you survive long enough, like I unfortunately had to, because if I ever have to watch this movie again at longer than 3 minutes, order me a Bahama Mama, because I'm gonna need some serious liquor, yo. And maybe a large bottle of rum. Because I'll just drink the rum straight from the bottle. Don't mix it with Coke. Coca-Cola. Let me make sure I'm sure of what I'm saying. It's YouTube. There's no connective tissue. And when you get to the end of the movie, you're like, well, it's over, I guess. Somehow. The film also feels like a mesh of past movie ideas and concepts put together, but there's nothing original. There's no good humor. There is no memorable characters. This film just lacks memorable characters, period. There's no cool world building. The world of Pandora, by the way, this is not Avatar. This is just straight up bland desert wasteland, which, yes, Pandora is like that in the games, but they could have, like, I don't know, made it a little more lively, like in Loki, just a tad bit. Also, this film has no purpose for existing. Like, who's going to remember this movie by the end of 2024? No one's going to remember this film. When I make my list of bad movies for 2024 later, people are going to probably be like, oh, that actually was a movie? I forgot about that. There you go. Lastly, I want to talk about the fact that, like I said, this movie, it feels like a mesh of past ideas that work better. It feels like Guardians of the Galaxy, Mad Max, and Treasure Planet. So what I mean by that is with Guardians of the Galaxy, you got this ragtag group of characters. They've all got their special skills and hurts and past drama and, you know, their backstory and whatnot. And they are constantly butting heads with each other, but they're trying to go on this, like, you know, fetch quest to go get something. And they have to put aside their differences and work together for the common goal of getting to whatever they're trying to hunt for. So it feels like Guardians of the Galaxy in that way. Mad Max, you've got all these different factions and whatnot. You're dealing with a desert wasteland-like environment. Resources are limited. You're constantly being hunted down. You know, this whole, like, parade of vehicles, convoy of vehicles going through the desert, and you're being constantly shot at and whatnot. So it feels like Mad Max in that way. In Treasure Planet, you know, you've got all these people hunting you down, and you're trying to find this vault or this hidden treasure that, you know, will make life better for all of our Guardians of the Galaxy crew. But Treasure Planet did this better because Borderlands here from 2024 doesn't have a B plot. It doesn't have a B plot. It doesn't have a C plot. It doesn't even have a D plot. It's just, hey, we're all together. We're trying to find this treasure because reasons. There is no explanation as to why this ragtag group of people are trying to get to the vault. There's no explanation as to why. In the game, there is an explanation. There's a complex explanation for it. Replay the games. There's a reason for why you're trying to get to the vault. And then there's also a B plot, because when you get to the vault, you get a bunch of sweet loot, because Borderlands is a looter shooter. It's a looter shooter, okay? Awesome guns that do awesome things. Do we get that in this movie? No, everyone's just got an AK-47 and a rocket launcher. Like, why? Why does everyone have the same gun? It's like everyone just started at level 1 and they've been stuck there for 50 hours somehow. By the way, that's not how a looter shooter works. Not supposed to, at least. But Treasure Planet had B and C plot. In Treasure Planet, you had the hunt for the treasure. But you had an explanation as to why. Because the main character, the main protagonist, is trying to get to the treasure so he can pay off his debt so his mom doesn't lose the house. Then you've got a romance plot going on. You've got, a pirate that's going in between good and evil. You've got the crew that's trying to commit mutiny. You've got all this other technical babble. You've got a robot that just shows up. There are so many different moving parts within an under 90-minute movie, such as Treasure Planet. You've got reasons for why characters are doing what they're doing, and you understand why they're doing it. You understand their motives. Borderlands, however, unlike Treasure Planet, which, by the way, if you haven't watched my Treasure Planet review, I encourage you guys to do so. Type it in the search engine. Good movie. Watch it. If you haven't done so, the movie, just watch the movie. It's good, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. Borderlands has no purpose. There's no motivation. There's no reason for why they are doing what they're doing. There's no explanation as to why the heroes or the villains really are doing what they're doing. They're just like, I'm a bad guy and I want the vault and I want what's inside of it. And I'm like, boring. Just boring and lame. Like, I would like to be able to open a vault and get a bunch of treasure from it, but I have a reason, so I don't have to work the rest of my life until I'm dead in the grave. But this movie doesn't offer really anything. And that's the problem. This movie doesn't offer you anything. It doesn't offer you excitement. The action sequences are just borderline, hey, shoot 'em up, bang, bang. But there's no stakes involved. It's just so safe, sane, familiar, and it's a waste of time. And I pray that Sonic 3, when that comes out later here in December of 2024, that it puts word of mouth that, hey, video game adaptations into movies can be viable. But Borderlands is just the complete other opposite. So I'm sad that this turned out the way it did. It needed another draft. Big time. Or it should have just been put on to like a streaming service. But the fact that this movie got a theatrical release is just shocking to me. So, with that, guys, I'm going to give Borderlands here from 2024 a 1 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys.